Hey guys, I'm Audrey. Welcome to the video. Just wanted to do like a quick intro because this video is kind of different format than I usually do. Wanted to vlog, but I also wanted it to be like organized. But basically, my best friend Anna came and visited me in New York. If you're new here, I moved to New York after I graduated, I think like 3 months ago. And before that, the first time I went to New York was just a year prior. So June 2023 was the first time I ever visited New York, and now I'm living here, which is crazy. But with that being said, I've like never did like a touristy trip or like went on vacation with my family or just went on vacation period here. When I came, I was visiting my best friend Sophie, so we kind of like just skipped over the touristy stuff. And so I haven't really done anything touristy in New York, and I wanted to, but I knew that when people visited, they would want to do stuff. So Anna came and visited for the week, and we did like so many amazing touristy things. I like feel like this would be fun to make a series too. I feel like every time someone comes, I'll probably do something different touristy with them and show y'all kind of that aspect of New York outside of just like my everyday living. I also really like when people come and that I'm able to do this touristy stuff because I would never go out of my way to do it just on my own and in my everyday life and everyday schedule. So really fun. I'm gonna try to do like chapters below so you can skip to what interests you, but my top two were the Today Show and the Statue of Liberty. We literally went inside the Statue of Liberty. But if you're visiting New York and want some inspo or just are here to see my week with Anna and me being a tourist in my own city, here it is. Of course, the Met is an iconic spot. Anna and I headed over to the Upper East Side to see and take pictures on the famous step. Of course, had to have my Blair Waldorf headband moment. While we didn't go inside this night, it's a great museum with lots of famous art pieces and rotating exhibits that I would recommend. When I went, I bought tickets at the door and was able to show my apartment lease to do a pay what you feel ticket as a New York City resident, which is crazy to say. The Met is on the edge of Central Park, which is a great place to see iconic spots, go for a run, or have a picnic. So afterwards, we grabbed a bottle of wine at a nearby store and brought a blanket to sit on. Also a lot of great spots to hit around here in the neighborhood, like Bon Bon Swedish Candy, Pop-Up Bagels, and Milano Market, but that night we finished it off with a classic slice of pizza. Now, instead of a show or a concert, we decided to take a day tour of one of the city's oldest theaters, Radio City Music Hall. We did this tour on a Sunday, and it was practically a private tour. We bought our tickets online and learned the history behind the design choices and what this theater was like back in the 1900s. There's just us and one other person. I don't know what to expect, but I'm excited. Then we got so lucky because we went at a time where the tour was allowed on stage. It was crazy looking out into all these seats and seeing what the Rockettes and like so many iconic people see when they perform here. Even if you go at a time when the tours aren't allowed stage access, you still get to see the behind inner workings of the theater and backstage. I feel like this is underrated, would totally recommend. Highline is a gorgeous public park on the west side that for a while was an abandoned train rail. Instead of demolishing it, they turned it into this beautiful space that really transformed this neighborhood as art installations and greenery were put in place and apartment buildings grew around it. It's not a super long walk, and afterwards it's close to the West Side Highway if you want to continue your workout with a view or stop by the Chelsea Market for a snack. Okay, I've started joking that I lived out everyone I love's dream of going on the Today Show because it was not on my bucket list, but it was on Anna's, and my mom couldn't be more excited that we went. I think we went on a Wednesday. We made signs the day before, of course. Then headed over to Rockefeller Plaza at around 5:38 a.m. to arrive around 5:57. Good morning. We are in line for security at the Today Show. It's 5:57. We got our signs. We made our signs last night. And it's actually so nice outside. I'm excited.
Plaza in just a moment. A couple of things to be aware of. You're going to go through screening just like at the airport.
There were about 4 groups in front of us at this point, and they open up security at 6:15. That's when you go get a spot at the barricades, and the producers immediately start getting to know you, asking you where you're from, to start forming the greeting scripts in their head. Overall, this wasn't a super busy morning. They just came around and asked us like where we're from and our story, and we cannot get it straight. Very complicated. She's like, so where are you coming from today? And we're like, down the road. Yeah. Yeah, Kevin.
And all 3 of you say, hi, Mom.
Okay.
Howdy from Houston. Hi, Mom. But you gotta say, hi, Mom's gotta be together.
Okay,
Howdy
we got it. Mess this up.
You're starting it off.
Yeah. Anna's saying practice.
Howdy from Houston.
And Lauren and I in unison are gonna say hi, Mom. Our boy Kevin came up with that one.
1 second.
Is this a good angle for y'all?
Okay, ready? Look at the camera.
Hey.
Neighbors, you can scoot down a little bit this way. Okay, all right, y'all ready? Here's shower here. 1, 2, 3.
Howdy,
Houston! Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm counting 1, 2, 3.
I'm just so ready.
You as well. Look right at the camera. In 3, 2, 1.
Howdy from Houston. Hi, Mom.
You just gotta go. You just go. Howdy from Houston. Hi, Mom. The quicker the better. No, but I love it. No, it's good. Ready? Look at the camera. In 3, 2, 1.
Howdy from Houston. Hi, Mom.
I love it. Perfect. Bye. See ya. I'm coming back to you.
2 takes. Hope that was good.
To our parents.
Watching in Austin, Texas.
Really good. Bye.
No, like actually they weren't giving any validation to us at all. Then we waited for the show to start 7:30. So at like 6:30, 6:45, they like filmed our little segment that's gonna go on at 8, hopefully. They gave us a little script, but they filmed like so many people that I hope we get chosen. And now we're just sitting here. You can come and go. It's pretty lax. There's not really that many people here. You can go up to the window. They were facing the window for a bit, and now it's like, now they're facing away from the window. So when you're here, you're not on camera. And there's like 2 producers walking around talking to people. We're also trying to figure out how we can get like tickets to go inside, because I've heard that that's a thing. This is like, it's really cool. Also, you don't have to get here that early. Like at this point, I feel like you could walk in if you just wanted to like see it and not be on camera, but it was so easy. And they're like set up as if there's gonna be a lot of people. I might go to the bathroom soon, but they said at one point they're gonna like come back around and film us again. And then I also want to be here when they show all the like messages at 8 a.m. Overall, it's been a great experience.
We were down about 72 for Saturday. Pittsburgh, though,
like,
staying in the lowest.
Oh, now it's quiet. Okay, show your sign. One of the producers just took a picture to send to Jacob. Unfortunately, he's not here. Unfortunately for Anna.
So sad, but I'm glad he gets to see it.
We're gonna do them a couple times.
Then an hour into the show at 8 a.m., they show what we filmed earlier that morning, and so we got to see ourselves. It was really cool. They played it on the screen, and then we were telling everyone at home to watch us. And I think they also showed little pans of the crowd, because I got texts from people that they saw me kind of throughout the show, so it's really cool.
Anniversary trip from Ellenwood, Georgia.
Howdy from Houston. Hi, Mom.
Okay, one more commercial break before the hosts are coming out with the cameras, apparently. So at around 8:25, the talent came out, and it was amazing to meet Hoda in person, especially because this was before she announced that she was leaving.
I gotcha.
Jenna would be so happy.
3, 2. There you go.
Good morning. Are you guys all together?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much.
Then they filmed a segment outside and kind of stopped by in between commercial breaks to continue taking pictures with people and see people, and it was really cool. The crowd has grown at this point. Like the people who weren't there earlier just to get filmed could meet the talent. You just have to go through security and all of that, but it was really cool to see the behind the scenes, the teleprompter, all the things.
Gloria opening up to our own Morgan Radford.
And then this was kind of the end of the activities. I know I mentioned that we were going to try to figure out how to go inside, but I think that's only for like special segments, and they weren't doing that today. But overall, a great experience. Would recommend. Okay, wow, we got tickets to Ellis Island and the Statue of Liberty, and let me start by saying beware of the scammer, because I have never been haggled so much in my life. They were trying to convince us that they worked there and that we were going the wrong way, but psych, they didn't and we weren't. Anyways, got on the ferry to the Statue of Liberty first. Lots of security. This was actually my first time ever laying my own eyes on the Statue of Liberty, and it was a lot smaller than I expected from far away, obviously. And then as the boat got closer, it was more what it looks like in the TVs and movies and everything. This is me trying to like squeeze it between my fingers. The ferry ride was great. I feel like in the winter this would be so cold though, and we could have chosen to go to Ellis Island or the Statue of Liberty first, but this was the first stop on the ferry anyways. Here's where Anna really came in clutch with her planning, because she snagged us tickets to go inside the statue, which typically book up months in advance. However, this experience is not for everyone because it is a really tight space and so high up. So if you get claustrophobic or have a fear of heights, would not recommend. I tried to capture the essence of how tight this was. It was actually crazy that there wasn't more warnings about how inaccessible this is. I get why it's hard to get tickets because not many people can fit up here. So when we got to the top, Anna and I were in the crown, just us two and two park rangers. The views out of her crown were unreal. I just cannot believe we were up there. I didn't even know that you could go up there. We got to touch the inside and just see the inner workings of the statue. We were also looking at this boat that seemed to be filming something and talked about it with the park rangers. The wavy parts above us are her hair, and on the way down we got to see the opening to the arm, which is now closed to the public. Even without these tickets, you can go up to the podium to see the views of the city and a close-up of the statue and check out the museum while you're there. This was gifted to us by France, but in many different little pieces, so we learned that they had to assemble it and figure out modifications for the statue to withstand the winds on the water and so on. So they kind of talked through all the changes that the statue has gone through. Trying not to think about the height or the claustrophobicness of all this. And the dust. After an ice cream snack while waiting for the next ferry, we then went to Ellis Island to hear about the stories of all the people who immigrated to the US through this ferry building. They do a really good job of putting you in these people's shoes. It was really cool. I learned so much. One of which being that I would have gotten rejected at the door because I was of Asian descent, I was single, and I was employed. The reason for that is many women and children had to have a husband with them or waiting for them in the US. The employment part, you're not supposed to be like a contracted worker. Like, these people were coming to get a job in America, and there's also a lot of financial aspects too. We learned about what they ate, what literacy and mental health tests they had to take, and got to see the rooms that they would stay in if they needed to be held, if them or a family member were sick or waiting for someone to come verify that they had someone to support them. Again, typically the women and children waited, and many would even have to get married in this very building before they were approved to leave. You can also spend time looking up records of family or people who came through, but we were here towards the end of the day, so we headed home and got a good view of the city on the way back. This is an iconic spot that I hadn't been to yet, and I also love afternoon tea. So I got in my Eloise-esque outfit for tea at the Plaza. Honestly, this was not worth the price point, and the Plaza seems a little run down / less glamorous than I expected, but I heard it's great at Christmas time, so I would go back to look at the decor, but not pay for the tea again. Here guys, we're at the Plaza. The Plaza Tea. And I'm in a very Eloise outfit, apparently, because I was just saying I've actually never watched Eloise. The West Village is one of my favorite neighborhoods. I love going out to eat there. We got a table at Via Carota and then walked around to some of the iconic spots, including Cornelia Street, Carrie Bradshaw's apartment, and the Friend's apartment. I feel like West Village overall isn't a super touristy spot, but we definitely did the most touristy things here, and I would recommend it to anyone. Good morning. It is 3 minutes away from 9 o'clock, and so we're trying to get rush tickets for Anne Juliet on Today Tix. And basically rush tickets are, they have like a select few day of that get released, and they are $47 for Anne Juliet. Usually they're around $40 to $50, which is really good for a Broadway show, and you usually get kind of a good seat, but it's like first come first serve. Some shows do in person, most shows where you like wait in line, but Anne Juliet is one that does it online, so we're waiting to get hopefully rush tickets. And then there's also a site, Telecharge, I'll link this all below, but you can enter the lottery for the next day each morning. They have rush tickets for some shows as well. That opens at 11 a.m. So if we don't get these, maybe, but we also have a couple days, so we're kind of flexible. I've also gotten rush tickets just by like walking in. I got rush tickets for Water for Elephants just by walking in day of, which I think you can do for Anne Juliet. If not, maybe we'll just walk in. 1 minute. If we don't get them, I was just saying we could also just show up, because that's what I did for Water for Elephants, especially because there's so many seats available. We have to make sure we don't end up with 4. Correct. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, get tickets. 6:30. 2.
I didn't get through.
You didn't get through? Oh, well, I did.
Okay. Sorry, they're all taken.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay.
It's gonna be so good. Orchestra?
Orchestra, row F. Yay!
Well, I'm so excited.
Wait, I'm glad we both tried and then I got in. Orchestra, row F, seats 109 to 110. Look where we are. We're right there. I did it again. The only reason I will ever step foot in Times Square is for a show, and Anne Juliet was so good. Plus, it was so fun that we got such cheap tickets. It's by Max Martin, who helped make some of the biggest pop hits, Katy Perry, Britney Spears, Taylor Swift, and he used them all to tell the story. So it was so fun to like know the words and see how they changed it for the show. And at the end, everyone stands up and sings along, which I loved. Then after the show, I like to go to the stage door and meet the cast.
You're such an amazing dancer. So funny too. Like it was just amazing. So
everyone was so adorable and so sweet, and just like so talented. It was an amazing show.
That's spot on. You made it. That's spot on. That's it.
okay, we are about to go into Broadway show number 2 of the week. Again! We got them last minute again. This time we went in person for rush tickets, box office. Each theater is different, so you have to look it up, but Wicked specifically opens 2 hours before the show, so at 5. So Anna got there at 5:10, and they had no rush, like technically they had no rush left.
No, she said they had rush left, but it was $109.
Okay.
For mezzanine.
So they had a few tickets left, but they had student tickets, so I used my college ID. But Anna's a student too. She's in nursing school. Not 2. I'm not a student anymore. But they took my UT ID.
It's half the price.
And it was $68 side to orchestra. Then we went to Ellen's Stardust Diner, which was an experience in itself, but it was really fun. And we're about to go in. But I've done box office other times in the morning, like 10 a.m. is when most theaters open up, and it usually works out for me. Sometimes I'll look on StubHub or Today Ticks while I'm in line. Like one time it was cheaper on there than in the box office. So you just kind of have to look around, but if you're willing to be flexible and like not guarantee a ticket, try that out because it ends up being a lot cheaper. I think the cheapest on StubHub was like $175 before fees. So it was great, and we got a paper ticket. I'm really excited to see Wicked. It was actually the first Broadway show I've ever seen, and I saw it in Houston. I like don't really remember it. I love the soundtrack, but I've been wanting to see it again before the movie comes out, so perfect. And honest, never seen it before. I'm so excited.
For before this show, we went to Stardust Diner, which is such an experience. Your waiter or waitress will sing their heart out while quickly serving you, honestly, overpriced food because it's so touristy. But they want to get you in and out because there's usually a line forming to get inside. Truly, truly actual talent in this diner. After we saw Wicked, which had people who used to work at Stardust Diner, we had great seats for the price, but this theater is the biggest on Broadway, so it's a different feel from the other shows. However, I still love this musical, and it was amazing to see before the movie comes out. Okay, that is all for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little week. This little week honestly felt like I was coming from a trip and then Anna was here and then I was going on a trip, so it didn't even feel like I was really like living here. It felt like I was just on vacation in New York, so it was fun. It was a lot. I feel like being a tourist in any city, like you're on your feet, you're walking around, there's like, your days are filled, but it's fun that I got to share that with Anna. Go follow me on Instagram. I'm about to go to Japan, so we'll do some like travel vlogs there too. And I post now on Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern, so make sure to subscribe and turn the post notifications on in case I drop some special ones, or I'm new to the whole posting schedule thing, so in case I don't post on time, but I like keep saying it so that I'm holding myself accountable. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.